a small cluster of islands to the northwest of Laguna. The rich coastal waters here have been the fishing grounds for both the echoes and the humans that call these islands home for countless generations. The sea-fringing land make up less than a tenth of planet Solaris' oceans. Yet, astonishingly, an estimated 90% of all sea life live in these coastal waters. The extreme abundance is thanks to the fact that the seafloor here is just within reach of sunlight. We humans may never truly understand the true scope of the wildlife that exists in these shallow depths, as we continue discovering new species every day. Riccioli Islands in northwestern Rinascita. In this tiny paradise, the warm shallow waters here offer the perfect habitat for coral reefs to flourish. And these coral reefs in turn help nurture more marine wildlife, like the hyperabundance of fish that sustain both the humans and the numerous tacit discords that rely on fish to sustain their life here. The waters here are also the perfect home for these jellyfishes, which come out to the surface at night. The gigantic corals that grow here are the product of several millennia of evolution, the result of which are these massive, colorful structures that develop on these rocky outcrops. With such a teeming habitat, echoes here can be found everywhere. A small cluster of calcified dune rocks. Throughout Solaris, these tacit discords build canopies with rocks that are available in their habitat. Whether it be just normal stone, or in this case, calcite, or fool's gold. Dune rocks do not just use these minerals as a protective cover. In fact, they are also valuable sustenance for these small critters. These creatures with shells made of stone roam the land and can be found mostly anywhere where there are mineral deposits, or around these ancient ruins. These ruins here have stood for several millennia. Not much is known about their origins. It may have been an ancient civilization from the Great Migration to the Rinascitan Islands several thousand years back. Rage statues. These rocky creatures are a mutation of the common dune rock. Compared to their smaller cousins, these rage statues have adapted and have slowly developed limbs and legs to roam fairly inaccessible places. Truly a fascinating creature. Every moment, new species of tacit discords are discovered, some so exotic and intriguing. These are prisms. Singular organisms are, simply put, concentrated masses of energy with very simple sentience. Such a simple creature must have been one of the first organisms to develop here on planet Solaris. Aerial prisms, a variant of prisms currently only found on the Riccioli Islands. A rare specimen indeed. It is not every day that a prism manages to absorb aerial and incorporate it into its body. Truly a one-of-a-kind gem here on Rinasita. Hocus, lotus, diggy, and cuddle bears. Only a handful of these lesser bears have been found here on the islands. Centuries ago, settlers have introduced these species into this habitat. The local population of lesser bears has steadily grown since then. The warm, controlled climate and abundant nourishment has made this the perfect habitat for this species. Along the coast of Drake Island, we see a duo of hairy claw bears. Distant relatives of the spearback bears, these massive animals are somewhat solitary creatures and are rarely seen in pairs, as is the case here. Unlike the more fierce spearbacks, hairy claw bears are more docile by nature, despite their ferocious appearance. These bears had a more widespread distribution beyond the Riccioli Islands many decades back. But systematic overhunting of these species has nearly wiped them from the face of Rinasita. Such a wonder should never be left to go extinct. Hopefully in the future, efforts to conserve this precious species will bear fruits, and we will once again see bears in the plains of Rinasita once more. Over several millennia, echoes here have evolved to adapt to all sorts of environments. There is still so much that we do not know about the inhabitants in Rinasita. The abundance of life here in the coastal sea creates an abundance of life that depends on these sea creatures to survive. By studying these echoes, we have a chance to build a relationship and an understanding of these wonderful tacit discords, and hopefully be able to preserve this beautiful environment for these beautiful creatures. Hopefully, one day, we humans will be able to explore the unknown deep of the vast expanse of blue that covers over 70% of our planet Solaris. Such a groundbreaking endeavor will surely allow us to enjoy these treasures that are these wonderful creatures of the Echo Kingdom.